A few years ago, we went to visit our friends who had become missionaries in Austria for a year. They took a short-term missions assignment in Austria to refugees in Austria. My friend Kevin has an incredible heart for refugees, and so they went over there to minister. And so we took the whole Klein family, 2 parents, 4 children, over to Austria, and we hung out with the Engels for a week at this incredible refugee camp there in Austria of refugees from the Middle East. And we met these people, and it was an amazing week. At the end of the week, it came time for us to go home, and we had several hours before our train left from the city. And so the Engels said, "Why don't you come over to our house?" And it was only a block from our hotel. They said, "We'll come pick you up so you don't have to lug all your luggage down." So my oldest son, Ben, he ran down to the Engels apartment, and we all got in the car and loaded up. And I was in the hotel actually paying the bill, signing the bill, when my wife went out in the car, and she got in the car with the other 3 kids. And they all sat across the back seat. My youngest son, Joseph, all the way against the one door, and my wife against the other door, with my 2 daughters in the middle. And we pull out of the parking lot, and as we pull out of the parking lot, my wife and I realized this terrible thing was about to happen. We could see that Joseph's door, for whatever reason, my little 2-year-old son, his door was ajar. And actually, as we turned the corner, his door flew open and he flew out. And the car rolled over his legs. And it was an unbelievable moment. I remember we stopped the car, I ran out, I picked up Joseph off the street. I was holding him. His feet looked all crushed. Fortunately, Joseph, his legs were fine. The x-rays showed that he was fine, and he got through it no problem, and everything worked out fine. But it made me think that day, because I can't help remember how my heart was crushed for my crushed son. How I was just crying that I had crushed my own son. It was my own carelessness, my wife's own carelessness, that made my son Joseph get crushed. And it made me think about my Heavenly Father. Wow, he actually crushed his son on purpose for me. It made me think of the movie, The Passion of the Christ, when the camera pans back and it gets into the sky and we see this giant teardrop form in the eye of God and then drop to the earth. I thought, that's exactly it, How did God feel the day his son was crushed? And he could not even go to him and pick him up. He just had to sit by and watch him die.